Hello, today I was giving much thought to my next vlog entry. This is episode 3 of my vlog. I was giving much thought today about a question I'm often asked concerning when did I know I was an artist, and did I always know I was supposed to make art? And that answer is yes. I knew very young when I was in the first grade. I had a situation where a teacher asked me to do a bulletin board and who wanted to volunteer, and I had volunteered, and I made this construction paper presentation of Rumpelstiltskin. She was elated. She just rant and raved to everyone about how talented I was, and I had this epiphany and understood that I have a talent and already enjoyed what I was doing, but then I realized my joy was spilling over and bringing joy to someone else's life. And when someone asks me, what are they supposed to do, or how do they figure out what they're supposed to do, my answer to them, and listen closely, the answer is something that you're already doing, that you already love. It is your passion. Now, I didn't say it was your job. I didn't say it was your 9 to 5. I didn't say you paid your bills with this. But a lot of times what a person is meant to do with their calling or with their life purpose may be is something that they really love. Well, it's volunteerism, or it's making art, or it's working with the public, is creating, or in something. I mean, there's a plethora of things that people do. Now, will this thing that you may pour yourself into turn into a business or a full-time career? Who knows? Who knows? It depends on your understanding, your business savvy. Is it be able to be commoditized? Can you apply it where it gives value to others, and then they say, well, I'm going to pay you and compensate you for your time, effort, and talents? I don't have all those answers, and I don't know exactly what your particular calling and purpose is, but you have to do some soul searching. And this is the old Shakespearean quote, unto thine own self be true. Unto thine own self be true. Ask yourself, well, what do I love to do? What makes me happy? Do I like to cook? Well, I'm in the office all day and I'm pecking on a computer all day and I hate it, but I love cooking. Well, maybe you need to go to culinary school. Maybe you may need to make that step and get a job at some restaurant, work there part-time to get your feet wet and see if there's something you really do. Another thing, and maybe I love sports. Well, maybe I need to coach. Maybe even if I did it part-time, it would make my life more fulfilling. I read a book called Success Trap. And I would suggest that book, you read that if you feel like you're trapped in a career in a place where you're really miserable. And for a time, I was not working in the arts full time. And I worked in the IT field. And I was a computer, hardware, software, and licensing sales. I was miserable. I used to cry at my desk. And folks would come by and see pictures I had on my desk of my paintings. And they say, what are you doing here? It didn't take too many times for them to keep saying, what are you doing here? Before I said, yeah, Eric, what are you doing here? And I needed to make a change. So I put things in place to eliminate my debts, to change my lifestyle, and put myself in a position with the support of my lovely wife and a very supportive family that were very understanding of my abilities. I launched full time into my art career because I knew that was my calling. What is your great obsession? What drives you? What pushes you? What compels you? What moves you? Where you wake up in the morning, you're thinking about that very thing while you get up and drive off to the job that makes you miserable. So ask yourself, what am I supposed to do? Be honest. Have courage. Lift your head up and look yourself in the mirror and say, what do I really love? And what do I want to do? And find your purpose where the lines are blurred between your work and your play, and they all move back and forth so smoothly that you don't really realize that you're working. Because Michael Jordan said, I never worked a day in my life. And the man's a billionaire today. Then they say, well, he just bounced the ball. Well, maybe he just bounced the ball to the billions because he loves it, and that's what he was meant to do. What are you meant to do? What are you supposed to do? You figure it out. I don't know the answers. I just put the answers, something out there for you to grab a hold of and apply it to your life. And hopefully you'll find what you're supposed to do, and you'll give it your best, and you will go after your dream, your goals, your great obsession, and have a quality of life that you never could imagine you ever would have, and find truly joy and purpose for you. Have a good one. Take care.